This is the Jaguar Zixer in Fixitup Roblox. Today we are going to be kitting it out and basically modifying it to kind of make like a sleeper build, but also kind of a show car type of thing. I'm not really sure how good this car will perform, but we are going to find out. So first things first, we are going to focus on the performance side. We are going to be swapping out the engine as it currently has an inline 4 2.0. Personally, as much as I'm heavily debating putting another 4.0 inside of a vehicle, this time I think we are going to run the 3.8 V6. You get somewhat similar power, but for the fraction of a price and also a smaller engine, you get less weight. Now while I'm taking all this stuff out, there are two ways you can get the Jaguar. Either through the auctions or through the junkyard, both spawning at 5%. So now that we have the engine in here, we do not need to swap out the radiator. We do not need to swap out the transmission, for it already has a 7-speed. It's performing a little bit better. I think what we're gonna do before we do any more mods is actually take it to the other city and check for the aftermarkets, as well as checking for the tune on this vehicle. See what this max speed is going to come out to be. 280, wow. So it's actually a lot faster than the Z73 and I think the Supra. That's honestly really surprising. Just passed a pink GTR, okay. So let's go ahead and see if it's got any aftermarket parts. Let's see. They don't really update these things too much. It's very rare that they will do that. No, it's not looking like it at all. And it's surprisingly, our Z73 actually has something that we can put in it. Now that we are here, let's go ahead and start tuning this bad boy. Now that we got this tune done, if you want to copy this down for the 3.8, this is the universal tune that everybody uses for this engine. It will make about 1275 horsepower. Let's actually go ahead and confirm that by putting this thing on the dyno. Somebody's got a turboed Lexus. Alright, and yep, 1275 horsepower with 1237 foot-pounds of torque. This dude over here is making about 382 horsepower. That's not bad. Not bad, man, not bad. And yes, we will in fact give a lovely takeoff. So let's see. Not a bad takeoff, but it could be better. Anywho, let's go ahead and get this thing onto a lift and figure out what tires would go best with this thing. Now that we got it up on the lift, let's go ahead and take this off and figure out what size we're working with. So it's looking like we're running with the same size on both. Fitment is pretty good. I think we can do a wider tire if I had to guess. I think we're running a 30. Yeah, we're running 30s. Wow. We'll go ahead and grab a dummy wheel, put this back in there, grab this one, click here. Let's see, 260, 18. And this is our dummy wheel. And let's run a 30 real quick, just to see if this was the wheel that we're in fact running. It is, we're running 30s. Alright, nice. You can barely see it, but I know it'll look really good. And as for the rear, let's go ahead and take this and we're gonna turn it into maybe 280. Actually, we'll do our dummy wheel first. We'll do a 280 and we'll do a 300 just for the test. And I'm pretty sure it's also running 30s, so we're gonna go ahead and do the 300 first. It's actually not bad. We could go a little wider maybe, but I think it'll be just fine. So we're gonna stick with 300s for right now. So 300. Oh yeah, it's gonna come out nicely. So far so good, no issues. Alright, go ahead and bring her out and see how she turned out. It's actually pretty good. Now I will say the fitment on it is a little wonky when it comes to the fronts, but that's okay. I think it came out pretty nice. I like the fact that we were able to black it out. Let's actually put some tint on it. Now, if some of you didn't know, tint does exist in this game. You do have the 5% right here that completely blacks it out. The only issue is you cannot see inside the vehicle anymore. And I think the final thing that we are going to do for this car is put it on some bags. Go ahead and buy that, a nice 9.3 grand. Install, and we now have bags on the Jaguar. Very nice. Let's see, tire comes out a little bit, but it ain't nothing too crazy to worry about. All we gotta do at that point is just boom and boom. And it's basically not there anymore. Nice. So we now have a bag to Jaguar that's blacked out. Honestly, I like it. Do believe this is probably going to be the cleanest blacked out build that I'm gonna see for a little bit. Anyways, I'm gonna go drink some hot chocolate because it's snowing and there is a Toyota Yaris. And yeah. Ciao.